Welcome traders to our start of week technical analysis. We're going to be going straight into things here. So as you guys know, this blue vertical line represents the last point in which we left off, and starting off on our minute 15 as we have a lot more information to mark up. And then some more candlesticks, so we just get a little bit more data. As you can see, gold has hit another new all-time high. Obviously our previous all-time high was at this level of around 2882, and we ended up breaking through not long after our technical analysis was posted on the end of week at 2886. Price then retraced and then came back up and has since it tested this level of 2861 as been bullish. We have now broken into the 2900 area. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and grab our path and just mark up with our path what has roughly happened. So some consolidation around this area here as a support, and then a liquidation grab right here. And then with price sort of staggering up slowly but surely, just going from like each wick to wick, just going up left to right, bottom to top. And then as you can see, since then we have had this initial push all the way to the 2900 area. So everything as of right now for gold is definitely on the positive side. As you know, we are now in no man's territory again. So we're going to go ahead and mark in our points of interest. So here we're going to mark in our all-time high that we've created, and we're also going to go down to our minute 5 and just see if there's any smaller levels that we can go ahead and grab. For example, if we just go ahead and zoom in here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is escape from that, go into our line chart just to see if we can see any significant areas. First area that I can see somewhat around this area here is a point of resistance and support. Other than that, there doesn't look to be too many areas that we can be interested in. This little area here could be definitely viable. What we're going to go ahead and do is mark these in green just so we know that they are lower time frame points of interests for us. So if we go back to our candles now and go back into our full screen mode and just sort of reset our price scale here. So as you can see, we have a couple levels here, and obviously a all-time high that has been created, which we will mark in now, just there. So as you can see, price is sort of consolidating between this area now. We found a bottom range at this support of around 2898, which is actually positive for gold because we're sort of testing the 2800 level, or into the 2800 levels as a support, giving us an indication that we could see gold continue on. And it looks like the top range is going to be this resistance that is being formed at 2905, with price currently testing this area as we speak. What could we potentially see this week for gold? Short term, as of today, we could see price just begin to consolidate between this area, and perhaps retrace back down to the previous all-time high at around 2885. That is one possible scenario that we could see. We could also see price completely break through this common resistance that we have found after this new all-time high was created, and we could see price continue on bullish. The next sort of level that we will most likely see is around that 2925 level. So if we go ahead and just mark in a little area here, just where we could sort of expect gold to go to, I'm going to go ahead and change this into a green, and I'm going to go ahead and change this into a red, just so we know which is which. So we've got our bullish possibility here marked with this green arrow, and then a red path here marked for a bearish scenario. We're also going to go ahead and zoom in and just go over a possible consolidation move that we could potentially see before price actually does end up making its mind up. So what we could actually see is, instead of price coming up to test this resistance one more time, like we said with this one, we could potentially see price just sort of consolidate between these two ranges for quite some time. This is just our short-term analysis. This is what we could potentially see as of today. What we'll go ahead and do now is we'll go ahead and go to our weekly and just have a look at what has happened. If I go ahead and reset our price scale and zoom all the way in, if you can see, ignoring these drawings that we've just marked in, we can see another amazing bullish week for gold. And as you can see, we are currently in this week. It is this week and this week only that has actually been, that's the reason why you see so much volume in this candlestick so far. What we're going to go ahead and do then is go to our hour 1, do the same thing, just have a little look and see if we can see anything different. Again, as you can see, we did find that all-time high. However, price then came down to test, as we just saw, and that's around that 2898 level, and price is then pushed up this candlestick here before our next opening candlestick. Price has pushed up and finished above this fair value gap here. We have finished inside the fair value gap, indicating to us that a bullish move will definitely be more probable. If we go ahead and go to our minute 5 and then scroll back to 1:30 on the Friday, which is about here, this is our NFP. If I go ahead and just sort of mark this real quick from here, all the way to around here. So as I spoke about in our last technical analysis, an NFP is a non-farm payroll news event. As you can see, the market injects a considerable amount of volume, but the price will always correct itself. So as you can see, start of the NFP, we saw a big bullish move, and then price came back down to test it. So that's the original NFP move after the news release, and then the market correcting itself there. So that's just sort of what happened in the NFP. Definitely a positive move for gold. However, obviously, as you know, most of the time, gold will always, or the markets will always, reset itself and recorrect itself after a news event takes place. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for our start of week technical analysis. As you know, the distance in between our end of week and start of week isn't by much. However, gold is looking very, very bullish as of right now. We can't see any significant bearish retracement opportunities anytime soon. Obviously, there is going to be those low time frame bearish opportunities, as to the reason why we may send in a few shorts this week. As you know, when price goes up, it must come down, vice versa. So yeah, but as of right now, it looks like price is going to continue on bullish. It just sort of depends what it does between these two ranges that we have just found, the 2905 level and the 298 level. Oh, sorry, 289 level. So yeah, that's going to be it for our start of week technical analysis. I hope you've all enjoyed. I understand we had another amazing week. I think it's 4 or 5 weeks winning weeks in a row now, which is absolutely amazing. I think last week was our biggest week in a while, with just over 1,000 pips secured and only 2 stop losses, with an accuracy rating of just over 84%, which is amazing. So yeah, don't forget to withdraw some profits for yourselves. I will catch you in the midweek technical analysis, and then of course the video technical analysis that I will post again on the Friday. Yeah, make sure you're sticking to good risk management. Move your stop loss to break even after take profit 1 is hit. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.